Excuse me. Okay, I just got back from 7:30 showing of Friday the 13th, the new remake, and let me tell you, it was fucking badass. I mean, it wasn't a perfect movie, but it was better than I expected. Let me explain why. First of all, it was directed by Marcus Nispel, who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, and which I was really impressed with. I thought it didn't surpass the original, but almost kind of lived up to it. Had that same energy, that same intensity to it. So yeah, I was real impressed with that. I think I like Marcus Nispel. He's a good director, and produced by Cunningham. It's basically the first four movies combined into one. Most people say three, but I only say four because you got the guy looking for his sister who disappeared, around Camp Crystal Lake, which was the backpacker in the original Part 4, although there's no Tommy Jarvis character in this. So, yeah, you got him. You got, let me see, the movie starts off 1980 with the end of the original. You got Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mother, chasing after the camp counselor, presumably the Adrian King character, and chasing her out through the woods. It's raining, it's dark, murky, and she catches up to her, starts doing a little speech about Jason, how you let him drown, da 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 da, whatever. And then as soon as Miss Voorhees, goes to kill her, I forget what she had, she was gonna kill her with, but as soon as she's about to do something, the counselor, she has a machete in her hand, so she swings it and, fucking chops her head off. Y'all know the story. So I guess she gets away, and then sorry about that. Yeah, then Jason walks up to the body, the beheaded body. He witnesses the beheading. So fast forward to present day, you got these I don't know if they're college kids, but they kind of look about that age. They're out there looking for weed. They're supposedly the secret stash of weed growing out there in the woods near Crystal Lake, and they want to find it so they can, collect it, take it back home, and sell it, and of course smoke it. They want to make some money off of it, so they camp out there at night, set up a couple tents, and then, make a campfire, sitting at a campfire, telling the legend of Jason. How, I mean, if you've seen the second one, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there's, that tribute to that scene, and then let me see, eventually two of them go back in a tent, start fucking, then two wander off to they want to check out the campsite. Dumb character moves to serve the plot. I mean, it's one of the flaws in this movie. There's a lot of dumb character moves to serve the plot, but yeah, they wander out to the campsite, checking out, the old shit, and then the one guy left there, he has to go take a piss, so he's goes off, finds a bush or finds a tree, and then while he's peeing, he finds the weed, and he's just like, whoa, and then he's looking at it with this little strobe light, and then Jason pops up behind him, and at this point he's Potato Sack Jason from Part 2. So he doesn't have the hockey mask yet, and then let me see, yeah, he kills him, and then back at the tent they hear someone lurking around out there. They think it's him spying on them, having sex, and of course it's Jason lurking around. So another dumb character move to start the plot. One of them has to go out there and investigate. Of course the guy, because girls like, you're not getting it. He don't want to go out there with a heart on, but you're not getting any until you go out there and check. So he goes out there to check, and then finds the weed, finds the strobe light, and then finds the body. And then while he's gone, Jason shows up at the tent. You know, you see his shadow, and he fucking swings the machete, or I forget what he does. Yeah, he swings the machete, you know, tears through there, gets to her, and then, you know, he sees the body out there, the first guy, and runs back, and then gets his foot clamped in a bear trap. I think that's what it's called, a bear trap. So, I guess Jason's a little smarter in this one. You know, he sets traps around there and kind of knows where everything is, knows his way around, knows what everything is. He turns on lights and everything. You know, he's got good aim with a bow and arrow. I'll get to that later. So, yeah, he gets his foot caught in a bear trap, and he sees, you know, his girlfriend up in a sleeping bag. You know, a tribute to the sleeping bag scene from Part 7, and then Jason X, although he doesn't swing the sleeping bag into a tree or anything, but he hangs it on a branch, and then sets a fire underneath it, and then burns the girl inside the sleeping bag. So he sees that, and then meanwhile the two wander off to the campsite. They're looking around, ooh, it's all dirty. It's got like, you know, a bunch of rotten food in there, it's all cluttered and nasty in there. So here comes another dumb character move to start the plot. They're in this room, and there's this hole in the wall, and they see some hair. He's like, ooh, it looks like a doll. Come on. So of course he fucking sticks his hand in there to I guess grab the head of the doll. You know, he doesn't like try to poke it with a stick or anything. Fucking sticks his hand in there. So you're thinking it's gonna get chopped off or something, but whatever. Pulls it out. It's a severed head. I guess Miss Voorhees' head. You know, like he kept it in Jason's shed in the original Part 2. So, yeah, they're freaking out, and then Jason, turns out it's under the floor, stabbing the machete up through the floor. And I think like while the guy, you know, he pulls out the head, he jumps back and he falls on the floor, and then that's when the machete comes up, starts poking at him, like missing him, getting him, missing him, getting him, and the girl makes it out. I think the guy gets killed, but the girl makes it out. She's running, and then Jason, she's running. She gets back to the campfire site, and then she sees the guy, you know, in the bear trap, caught in the bear trap. She sees the sleeping bag with the burnt, you know, dead girl's body. And Jason eventually catches up to her.